Guys, so we're going to do one last video on the Quiver before I probably show it to you in use. And it's going to be real quick. I've got the glue gun glue heating up. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look down in here. Now, because arrows are going to be coming in here and they got sharp points, I don't want any of this sticking out. In fact, I want to make a glue gun glue seam that runs all along here and locks that right in. But I don't want any drips that it could catch up on. In addition, now that I've decided I want to put a Velcro strap right here, and I want it to hold this in the place, but I want it to hold it in place on a particular angle, and I want it to come naturally to that angle and then just hang, so even if I don't have it hooked up, it stays right out of my way. One way I can do that is by figuring out the best place, I'm guessing right there, and then gluing it down. Now you see this, even though this is a spot where I'm unlikely to impact this, it's almost impossible. I mean, if you're coming in from here, how are you going to hit that? If I was going to hit that, I'd hit this first, but that's not the point. I could hit that. That'll help me direct into here or there, depending on the circumstances. That's all well and good, but I don't want to be ripping this out. All that work is useless if I go and tear it all out. So right now that I'm happy with it, I want to go along all that and seam and fill it in. Now, the next thing is I have put little glue gun glue dots here, and the reason I did that was just to add a little tension to it so that it's a little stiffer when it installs, and I'm glad I did, but I still can't pick it up by the whole thing. On the other side, I have installed trim just to make it so that it fits nicely. And you know what? I actually really like the look of that. It came out quite well. Just the whole, I mean, now it's just so snap and easy and done. Pull it out, drop it, and put my arrows in, load it, throw it on my shoulder. Now, one of the other things is I have an electric guitar strap that I have been seeking to find a worthy cause for a long time, but it's a really nice one. I was going to hook this up to my shoulder harness. That's an option, but I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to hook it up on Velcro straps to a really nice setup so that I don't have to ruin my really nice setup. I'll just put some Velcro with some loops with little clips, and then I can just clip it on to my strap, and that should work out just fine. In fact, the little clips are easy enough to get. All the pieces are really easy to get. In fact, I'm sure that I already have them in the house. So what I will do, in fact, I know that I do on different things, I have little clips, and this is the perfect kind of clip I'm talking about. Just one of those. And I'll probably take that exact one and put that on. Also, I'm going to take one of these guys and maybe tie on something else. Heck no. But where these are really handy is, let's say you want to have a belt loop tie. So this is the other thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on the strap, but then on my right side, just to hold it in place, coming off the right side of it, to lock it into my right side so that the holster doesn't move right to left, I'm going to put an elastic bungee on it. So what'll happen is I'll pull it through my pant leg and lock it off there, and I'll give myself a way to do that. In fact, all I need to do is lock in a little tiny dowel and glue that in. Picture the old buttons where you've got a loop of material and then you tuck in the dowel and you flip it sideways like a T and it locks itself in place. That's what this will be with your belt loop. So I'll just be able to tuck that in and it'll be on a bungee. So if it takes a hit or whatever, it can move, but it won't be in my way. That being said, I'm going to get to the brief bit of work that I just described and get it done. And that's about it. After that, everything's done, man. It looks good. It functions well. I got to put my strap on it. And in fact, in my case, I'm not going to attach the strap directly because it's so feather light. I'm just going to attach it with some really high-end Velcro and put it in enough places that I can put a couple of loops on for my belt. And at the same time, if I do that, I won't need the other, but it's awkward then. Then I can't just take it off. Whereas I like it on a quick release. So instead of doing belt loops, I'm doing that. But then I still have to put the loops on for my strap. So I need a loop that'll hold it off my left shoulder crossing down my right hip, and that'll be ideal. You might think, but I like to wear it on my right shoulder, going from the tip of it, this portion of it being on my right. I'm going to want to have it the other way around. So what I need to do is make it so my strap sits this on about this angle, so that it's already on the ideal angle for me and sits at the same angle as the strap does as it crosses my shoulder. When I have it around me like a guitar strap, it's really perfect for this. So on one end, I'll have a clip and I can hook it onto a belt loop on my left. On the other end, I'll have a clip and I can hook that onto itself, more than likely, or onto another belt loop and lock that in. It's pretty simple. Also, if you've seen a strap that has a sliding pad, this has that, a sliding pad. So I'm actually going to incorporate the pad into it right here. And that way I can just put the strap through, slide that on my shoulder, and it's padded. It's a really nice setup, and it's gorgeous. In fact, it's red and black with a nice pattern, and you'll see later that that matches one of my bows, and it's looking like that's going to be my favorite bow. I always was a long bow guy, and since I've already showed it, there's no point worrying about it now, but it is a nice long bow. It's going to be amazing. That being said, I got to get to work. You guys have yourselves a good one. Enjoy your DIY, make sick projects, and make use of them, man. Keith out.